Now, first of all, you understand that there are two types of invitations. One is formal invitation and another is informal invitation. We have to give replies also to these invitations. When there is formal invitation, reply is also given in a formal way. And when there is an informal invitation, then informal reply is given. Formal invitation is usually in the form of cards. Now, after pandemic, e-cards have started. And otherwise, informal invitation is in the form of letter. And since we have these smartphones have become so common, right? So nowadays the people use WhatsApp also for giving informal kind of invitations, right? So here, first of all, let us discuss formal invitations. Formal invitations, as I told to you, are usually cards. In formal invitation, you have to consider these 5 W's. What are these 5 W's? Who? Who are you inviting? Or who is inviting? Who is inviting and who is the invitee? Whom? Who is inviting whom? What? What is the purpose of invitation? When? When are you inviting? For which day are you inviting? Where? Address. Address where you are inviting. Is that clear? Now, invitation is written in the third person. Third person, you, your. You are being informed. You are invited. You have to be there. Your benign presence. I will feel honored with your presence, right? Then writer's name. Writer's name, who is inviting, has to be there on that card. Name of the person who is being invited. Who is inviting? Third is who is inviting. Fourth is whom is who inviting. If Manish is sending an invitation, then Manish is inviting. Now Manish is inviting whom? If Manish is inviting Rohit, then Rohit's name has to be there. Then date, venue, and time. Date, for when are you inviting Rohit? At what time Rohit is supposed to be there? And venue, at which place? Complete address of the host along with contact number. Complete address of the host, meaning complete address of the place where a person is being invited, along with contact number. The chief guest name, yes, if there is a function, an official function, like annual sports day, blood donation camp, etc., then the chief guest name should be mentioned. If it is a formal invitation, like wedding invitation, then you don't need to, if it is a formal invitation of another kind, like there is a meeting in the club, etc., right? Then if no chief guest is being invited, there is no need to write this. Formal invitations, like the wedding invitations, carry the expression of RSVP. If it is a wedding invitation, if it is a shagun invitation, if it is a birthday invitation, if it is a mundan invitation, then the one who is inviting, he also gives an expression of RSVP. RSVP means it's a French phrase that is répondez s'il vous plaît, which means please reply. It is written, nobody replies, but it is always written. Okay. Simple present tense is used. You are invited. I am going to host. I am going to celebrate. You are invited to bless, etc., etc. Single sentence presentation. Sometimes it is single, most of the time it is single sentence presentation. How it is, that we will let you know. I'll just show you a sample. Is that clear? The requisites of a formal invitation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Each information member mentioned above is given in a separate line. One sentence from top to bottom, but there are many lines. For example, the person, name of the person who is inviting in one line. Then those who are being invited, their name is not mentioned there. Or if it is mentioned, then of course it is written in the other line. Date, venue, time. These are all written in separate lines. Address is written in separate lines. Okay, you just pick up any invitation card or any wedding card, you will get to know. Yes, here is an example. Now this is an official invitation. This is not a wedding card invitation. This is an invitation to annual sports function. Now look at this. The management, principal, staff, and students. Who are they? Yes, Manish.
The school, the school staff, student.
Yes, the school, they are inviting, right? They are the ones who are inviting. The management, principal, staff, and students of St. Paul's Convent, Hyderabad. So this is the address of the inviting school, right? Request your benevolent presence on the auspicious occasion of the annual sports function of their school at 10 a.m. on April 15, 2022 with Miss Saina Nehwal Badminton Championship will preside over the function as chief guest and distribute prizes to the winners. Now this is one sentence, no full stop before that. And this one sentence involves each and every information that is required. The name of those who are inviting, of course, the school, right? They are the part of school. Then what is the purpose? Request your benevolent presence on the auspicious occasion. It can also be that the management, principal, staff, and students of St. Paul's Convent, Hyderabad invite you to attend the auspicious occasion of the annual sports function of their school at 10 a.m. on, so here it is the time and the date given. And the name of the chief guest is also given. It can also be at 10 a.m. on April 15, 2022, when the sports star Saina Nehwal, badminton champion, has agreed to preside over the function as chief guest, or has given her consent to be the chief guest and distribute prize to the winners. Clear? RSVP, Principal, St. Paul's Convent, Hyderabad. Usually in RSVP, the name is given and the contact number is also given, which you can give. Is that clear?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, do we have to write the note also that the card allows only two?
Yes, that's a very good question. If you want to add, you can. But where you will do it? after Hyderabad, right in the center, here, right? You can also write to show your card at the entrance. Do bring your card with you, right? Only 2 people allowed. So that's how you can write. But this note has to be written like this. Clear? Just make a reading of this and then ask me if any problem.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, like here it is written, request your benevolent presence of the on the auspicious occasion.
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, can it be another words like, ma'am, my teacher has told me solicit your gracious presence.
Yes, yes, definitely. Solicit your gracious presence. Otherwise, if you get confused with these words, very simple language you must use. Do remember, Manish, use simple language but correct, accurate. Grammatically, it should be correct. Even if you write the management of St. Paul's management, principal, staff, and students of St. Paul's Convent, Hyderabad, invite you to grace the auspicious occasion or to attend the annual sports function of their school. It is correct. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You
And
can
ma'am,
avoid benevolent presence, auspicious occasion. No, straight invite you to, not even to attend, invite you to the annual sports function of their school. That's how you get right. No problem.
and ma'am, this can be used in informal also.
This is formal only. This is formal invitation. This
Okay,
is
ma'am.
formal invitation. Okay. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we
Ma'am,
move to the
like,
next?
ma'am, like we are writing a invitation to our family members or the friends. So, ma'am, we can use these, ma'am, this word also. Ma'am, in informal also, ma'am, like solicit your gracious presence at the.
No. You see that in informal invitation, it is not written. In an informal kind, it is not written. Yes. You see that suppose you are inviting your friend for the wedding. Okay. You will definitely be sharing that wedding card, that e-card you have generated for everyone, right? So in that wedding card, that language would be formal. If it is a WhatsApp message, then of course, whatever you want, you can write. But when it is in the form of card, e-card or physical card, whatever, right? In that case, you have to use formal language because it is formal invitation. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we go to the next? Now here it is informal invitations. Informal invitations are usually short letters or very crisp messages, right? Informal letters also, informal invitations, they also give the answers of W's. Who is inviting, whom is who is inviting and who is being invited? What is the purpose of invitation? When is it? Where is it? At what time is it? Etc. 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 Right? Since it is usually short letters, so the format of that letter would be informal letter writing. The same salutation, subscription, address, On the top, they are the same like an informal letter. But informal invitation, it is written in the first person, right? I wish to know, I wish to share with you. Fine. Now here it is, and this is the format of informal letter writing, if you remember, right? That the one who is inviting, this is his address, Seva Kutir, Banjara Hills, Hyderabad, August 17, 2019, that is the date. Dear Minnie, in formal invitation, you are not writing the name of the person whom you are inviting. But yes, sometimes, you know that what happens, Manish? In formal invitations also, here somewhere there is a blank where you write the name with your hands, the names of those whom you are inviting, right? For example, the management, principal, staff, and students of St. Paul's Convent, Hyderabad, request your, in the bracket, Mrs. and Mr. Malik, bracket closed, benevolent presence. Is that clear? Yes. You will be glad to know that my son, first person, has secured the 49th rank in the All India Engineering Entrance Examination. He has really done us proud, and I plan to celebrate this occasion by organizing a puja on Sunday, which will be followed by dinner. I request you to come over along with your whole family. Yours sincerely, yours friendly, yours truly. Best is that you write yours truly. Today the trend is yours truly. Right, Maria? Is that clear? All the requisites are present here also. Who is inviting? Maria. Whom? Minnie. Right? When? On Sunday. What is the occasion? The son has secured 49th rank in AIEEE. So you are being invited at dinner. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, dinner time is not given because dinner itself suggests that yes, it is in the evening, right? Now, official invitation to an individual. When an official invitation is written to an individual, one is the card being sent. But sometimes an official letter is also sent. Then that official invitation, it is written in the form of a formal letter. For example, here, Navodaya School, Jayanagar, Bangalore, March 2021, Miss Sudha Murthy, Kingston Lane, Bangalore. Miss Sudha Murthy is the one whom the letter is being written, right? Subject, invitation as chief guest. She is being invited as chief guest. This is the format of formal letter where you write your address first, then date, and then the address of the addressee. Madam, the literary club of our school is putting up the play Waiting for Godot on 17 April 21 in our school auditorium from 9 to 10 a.m. On behalf of our club, I would like to extend a cordial invitation to you to be the guest of honor at the function. It would be our privilege if you consent to grace this occasion with your esteemed presence. Yours truly, Gauri, Secretary, Literary Club. So this is a complete, formal letter is there. The invitation card will be prepared if the chief guest has given the consent. So this is an invitation to the chief guest that we invite you as chief guest. If she agrees, if she gives consent, then you will put her name in the invitation card. So that invitation card is also formal, and this formal letter, but this formal letter is not sent to everyone. That invitation card is sent to many. And this is sent to 1 or 2 individuals only. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, just read this yourself and ask me if any problem. Okay. Now we should learn, when we write invitations, then we have to think of the format for the replies. That reply can be in the form of acceptance. Yes, I would be there. It can be in the form of a refusal, that sorry, I cannot attend. Right? Now there are 2 different formats for 2 different types of invitations. When you write a reply, whether refusal or acceptance to a formal invitation, then you have to write it very briefly, to the point, just like a note which is written on a slip of paper. It has to be polite, even if you refuse. Refusal has also to be written very politely. You will not write, no, I cannot attend, no. Always you begin with this, thank you for inviting, but I'm sorry to say I would not be available, or I would not be able to attend due to some unavoidable reasons, or anything you can say, right? But it has to be polite, pleasant, courteous, whether you are writing a refusal or acceptance. Acknowledging the invitation. How would you acknowledge the invitation? By thanking. Received your invitation. Thank you very much for inviting. Congratulations, etc., etc. Express thanks, that I've already told you. Mention acceptance or regret. I accept your invitation. Thanks for inviting me. I assure you, I would definitely be there. This is acceptance. Regret. Thanks for inviting, but regretfully I say, I won't be able to attend since I will be out of the town, or whatever it is, right? Specify the reason for refusal. Yes, you have to give the reason when you refuse. When you accept, you don't have to give the reason. But when you say, no, I will not be able to attend, you have to give a reason. And sometimes, you know, that at the time of examination, if you get confused what to write the reason, then simple it is that you write, sorry, I would not be able to attend since I am not available in the town. I would be away due to some unavoidable reasons. I would not be able to attend, sorry, I would not be able to attend your program due to some unavoidable reasons. I have to go out of the town, or I would be out of the town. Simply write that. Okay. Now here are the examples. A formal reply to the invitation to attend the annual sports day function. You remember the first example we have taken up, informal invitation, was that St. Paul's School invites you to their annual sports function. Now here, you will write the date first. To the extreme left in a box, Mrs. and Mr. Dinesh Ojha happily accept the annual sports day invitation of St. Paul's Convent on January 5, 2019 at 10 a.m. and look forward to attending it. Where is the acceptance in this note, Manish?
Ma'am, there, ma'am, Dinesh Oja happily accept the annual sports day invitation.
Okay, okay. And the last phrase, look forward to attending it. Right? Mrs. and Mr. Dinesh Ojha, who had been invited. So they are mentioning their name. I happily accept the invitation of St. Paul's Convent on January 5, 2019 meaning the annual sports day happening on 15 January 2019 at 10 a.m. So they are confirming in a way that they would be attending the program, right? Now, there is another couple, Mrs. and Mr. Kumar, they had also been invited, but they are not going to accept it. They are going to refuse it. Let us see how they refuse. Again, the same way, the date to the extreme left on the top, Mrs. and Mr. Kumar, here say Mrs. and Mr. Dinesh Jha accept, but they say Mrs. and Mr. Kumar regret to inform that they would not be able to attend the annual sports day of St. Paul's Convent on January 15, 2019, due to their prior engagements, due to their other commitments, due to some unavoidable reasons, due to their unavailability in the town. It can be any, right? However, they express their thanks for the kind invitation and wish the function a grand success. Refusal, but very pleasant, very polite. This is what it should be. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now replies to an informal invitation. Maria had invited you on puja, right? So here you are giving your acceptance to Maria. A7 Harding Road, Hyderabad. This is in the form of an informal letter. Maria also invited Minnie by writing an informal letter. You will also write an informal letter to Maria expressing your acceptance. Date, dear Maria, I was delighted to read about your son's achievement. I am so happy to read about your son's achievement. It is indeed a remarkable feat. My family and I will surely attend the puja at your house on Sunday. Yours, again, I would write here, truly, Minnie. Clear? Now refusal. Suppose you cannot attend, Jolly cannot attend. Jolly gives her address, Yamuna Apartment, Adarsh Nagar, Hyderabad. Date, dear Maria, I offer my heartiest congratulations to you on your son's success. Very pleasant way that you first congratulate and then you refuse. We would have loved to attend the puja at your house, but unfortunately, we are leaving for Kodaikanal on Friday. I offer my heartiest congratulations, or you could simply start with congratulations to you on your son's success. I would have loved to attend the puja, but sorry, I cannot. I'm going to Kodaikanal on Friday. We'll return by the end of next week. I'm extremely sorry, but we will surely pay you a visit once we are back. I'm sorry, but I will definitely see you once I come back. Yours, again, truly. Right? Now here is acceptance or refusal to an official invitation. It was a formal letter. So in the formal letter form only, Sudha Murthy is giving her acceptance. She was invited for as a chief guest. Kingston Lane, Bangalore, March 21. This is Sudha Murthy's address. Date. This is the secretary who had written to Sudha Murthy. Acceptance of the invitation as a chief guest. I would like to express my gratitude to Navodaya School for inviting me to be the chief guest for a function of the literary club of the school. I confirm my acceptance for the same and will make sure that I am present there at the scheduled date and time. Yours truly, Sudha Murthy. Is that clear? You can also say, I feel honored to have been invited to be the chief guest for a function of the literary club of your school. I fully agree, or I would definitely be there and make sure that I reach your school at the scheduled time and date. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, now refusal. Kingston Lane, Bangalore, March date, the secretary, inability to accept the invitation as chief guest. So, I would like to express my gratitude to the Literary Club of Navodaya School for inviting me as the chief guest for a function, but I regret my inability to attend the function due to a prior commitment. I have to attend a scheduled meeting with the governing body of Infosys on the same day. Wishing a grand success for the function. Yours truly, Sudha Murthy. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all in the invitation and replies. Now, in the practice books, you come across the questions, you attempt those. And yes, of course, if you want to share with me, you want me to check, I have no problem. Send these through the forum. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then. Fine.